This year, the plan was to have something on sustainability, and we thought to talk about environment and development. But at the same time, though, because of this theme of restoration, we thought it timely that we talk about not just environmental or ecological restoration. This year, we celebrate the 200th year of the global restoration of the Jesuit order. The Jesuits were suppressed. I don't know if you really know what that means. I don't. But in the 1770s, we were suppressed due to a host of complex forces, political and religious forces, during the time of Pope Clement XIV. So fittingly then, restoration is the central theme we have chosen for our activities this year, including the 2014 Ignatian Festival. Restoration is always a meaningful movement in our life of interiority and in our service of others in society. And so I ask everyone if our lives could be marked by this desire for continuing restoration and renewal in our Lord. You know, in the last typhoon, we lost about 60 or so trees. And I was asking Achut here and Abby, I said, pag nag-uproot ba, di ba pwedeng itayo na lang yan ulit? Ganun ba yung iba ganun kasimple? And it really depends on, I guess, your root system. Because it is really, I mean, I went around the campus, right, in the aftermath of the typhoon. It was really sad to see all these trees, you know, many of them several decades old, really destroyed. And so it's good for us to reflect, you know, if we get toppled down, are we able to be restored? And how deep are our roots in our own mission and identity? I like, in my talks to various units, I always like to remind people of that movie, Chariots of Fire. That dates me. That dates some of us here. A movie in 1981 about two runners in the 1924 Olympics. One ran to overcome prejudice. He was a Jew. And the other was a Christian, a missionary, and he ran for God, in a sense. And Eric Liddell is quoted as saying this, that God, you know, there was a time when his sister was telling him, you missed service, you know, and you're just running and running. And you're supposed to also go to church. And Eric tells his sister, God made me for a purpose, and He made me fast. And when I run, I feel His pleasure. I hope that in this festival, as we reflect on our mission and identity, that we do recover or rediscover that sense of purpose, that sense of destiny, that Ateneans are made for a purpose, and God made us fast. Not our choice, I guess. That's a gift. And I hope that when we do run our lives for others, we feel, see His pleasure. So when I was already a priest, older, in Palanan, I was for tertianship, it's just a small period. And I asked myself, I was in a small area, walang ilaw, I was in a tricycle, and I remember, can I spend my life here, all my life, in this hidden village, in these people? And I said to myself, isn't Manila attractive? Should we not be there? When I said to myself, yes, I can spend all my life in this remote area, I said, I am free. And I said, I think that's what it means to be of Loyola, to be free, to be sent anywhere, whether it's the jungles of the capital or the paradise of the mountains. Let me end by a quote. Society has felt both the strength of the crucified and risen Christ and its own weakness. This has been a time of testing for us, but also a time of great grace. Out of our many faults we know and confess. Our graces are more important because they come from Christ. That is so Jesuit. We know our weaknesses, our sins, and yet our graces are more important because they come from Christ. Some of us have left to serve the Lord in other ways of life. Others, shaken by the events of this period, have a weakened confidence in the quality of our vocation. But we have also become, in a resilient way, a community of friends in the Lord, supporting one another in the freedom in which Christian love reigns, deeply affected by the deaths of our Jesuit martyrs in this period. In these years, throughout the society, we have been purified in the faith by which we live and have grown in our understanding of our central mission. Our service, especially among the poor, has deepened our life of faith, both individually and as a body. Our faith has become more pastoral, more compassionate, more tender, more evangelical in its simplicity.